Severe haze envelops Kuala Baram. Implement better natural disaster detection system. Hello and good evening. I'm Amin Carlos and you're watching News on 2. Well, Kuala Baram in Sarawak is experiencing severe haze with the Air Pollutants Index API reading taken at SK Kuala Baram Dua in Miri rising to 342 as of 3 p.m. as compared to 317 at 11 a.m. Now, the Sarawak State Disaster Management Committee in a statement said one area recorded very unhealthy air quality level, namely the automatic air quality monitoring station located at Miri Industrial Training Institute with an API reading of 297. Now, the statement said two stations recorded unhealthy air quality levels from Cebu and Sriaman stations, while the remaining 9 stations showed moderate readings. The API reading began rising rapidly beginning 4 a.m. when it was 102. The haze in Miri and Kuala Baram is due to ongoing forest and peatland fires in Kuala Baram, which have so far destroyed 600 hectares of land. Sarawak Fire and Rescue Department Assistant Director for Operations Tiong Ling Hee said that firemen are focusing on hotspots near the highway from Kuala Baram heading to Miri using the direct attack method. Meanwhile, Cebu and Sriaman also recorded unhealthy API readings of 171 and 102 respectively. Now, the API is categorized as good from 0 to 50, moderate from 51 to 100, unhealthy 101 to 200, very unhealthy 201 to 300, and hazardous, that's 301 and more. Well, as search and rescue efforts continued well into the second week, police deployed 348 personnel this morning in their effort to locate Franco-Irish teenager Nora Ann Queren. Now, District Police Chief Superintendent Mohammad Noor Marzuki Basar said the team was the largest to be mobilized so far. Well, he said the SAR involved the General Operations Forces, 4th Battalion Semenye, 3rd Battalion Sinoy Prague Unit, Fire and Rescue Department, Civil Defense Force, People's Voluntary Corps, that's RELA, and Sarawak Forest Department, as well as Sapura and local residents. The operation today is concentrating on Gunung Berambun. As of 11:15 a.m., the weather has been cloudy and foggy with intermittent rain, which would pose a challenge for the team. Members of the media have also joined the operation. Nora Ann arrived with her family in Malaysia on 3rd August for a 2-week vacation at a resort in Pantai. The 15-year-old, who her family reportedly said had learning difficulties, was found missing from her room at 8 a.m. the following day. Police believe the teen climbed out through an open window in the living room of the family's cottage and was still in the vicinity of the resort. They are treating her as a missing person, but do not rule out a possible criminal element in her disappearance. The ongoing search and rescue SAR operations to locate 2 Singaporean citizens who went missing while kayaking in Mersing waters on Thursday entered into its 4th day today. And Mersing Zone Maritime Enforcement Agency MMEA Director Commander Maritime Haris Fadzila Abdullah said a total of 104 personnel are currently involved in the operation, which covers the air, sea and land. Maritime Commander Haris Fadzila said the search area has also been expanded to a total of 900 square nautical for air assets, while 600 square nautical in the sea.
Dan juga untuk mencari kalau sekiranya kayak itu tenggelam, dia boleh dikatakan hampir sama dengan berada di dalam air. Dia kata apa? Dia tak tenggelam. Mungkin dengan harapan dia tidak tenggelam, tapi kalau sekiranya kayak atau capsize, dia same water level dengan air, itu agak memberi kesukaran untuk kita mengesannya lah.
He added that the teams are also facing difficulties in locating the victims due to the current southwest monsoon season. 3 additional assets from the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, APMM, and the Malaysian Fire and Rescue Department, JBPM, and the Royal Malaysian Police have been provided for the operation. It was reported that the victims Tan Eng Sun, 52, and Puah Gyok Tin, 64, were believed to have drifted from a group of 13 other Singaporeans who were kayaking with them from the Penyabong jetty in Mersing at 5:40 10:30 p.m. on Thursday due to rough seas and strong winds. A member of the group lodged a report on the two missing persons at the Rompin police station in Pahang at 10:30 a.m. on Friday after their efforts to find the victims failed. Well, two women were killed in a fire which took place at a two-story shop house at Jalan Indah 8/15, Taman Bukit Indah, Johor early yesterday morning. And State Fire and Rescue Department Operation Commander Ingai Anak Bakau in a statement today said the women, identified as Yo Yi Wen, who was in her 20s, and Ho Mun Moy, who was in her 70s, were killed at the scene of the incident. Well, Ingai said the owner of the shop house, identified as Tan Chi Kia, 45, his wife Lim Su Ting, who is in her 40s, and their 6-year-old son Tan Wei Yang were also injured in the incident. He added that the couple, who were rescued by firemen, were handed over to paramedics, while the boy was taken to the Johor Bahru Columbia Asia Hospital by members of the public. The bodies of both women, meanwhile, were handed over to the police for further action. 6 fire engines from Iskandar Putri, Larkin and Skudai fire stations and 28 firemen were immediately deployed to the scene soon after receiving a distress call through the MERS 999 emergency hotline. The cause of the fire and estimated loss is still under investigation. A lorry driver died while his passengers suffered serious injuries when the lorry they were in skidded out of control in Shah Alam, Selangor early this morning. And State Fire and Rescue Department Deputy Director for Operations Hafisham Muhammad Noor said the incident took place at kilometre 11.2 of the Lembah Kelang Shah Alam New Highway. Now, preliminary investigations found that the vehicle had lost control and crashed into the highway wall. The lorry driver, Turiman Muhammad Taha, 48, died at the scene while his 22-year-old passenger suffered serious injuries. The Fire and Rescue Department, which arrived at the scene, successfully extricated the victims from the lorry. Well, Turiman's body was sent to the Shah Alam Hospital for post-mortem, while the passenger was sent to the same hospital for further treatment. The Royal Malaysia Police is urging the people to stop spreading false news regarding the road rage-related accident which caused the death of one man on the Plus Highway near Bandar Baru, Bangi on Saturday. Deputy Inspector General Dato' Mazlan Mansoor in a statement said police have detected several quarters who have manipulated the incident to incite racial sentiments and which can jeopardize the peace and order of the country. Now, Dato' Mazlan said the police have already issued several official statements on what sparked the incident and that arrests in connection with the case have already been made. The police is urging witnesses who saw the incident to come forward and facilitate investigations. In the incident, which happened on Saturday, a motorist who attacked another driver with a baseball bat was killed after the latter drove into him while trying to flee the scene. According to a preliminary investigation report, the incident occurred after the deceased rear-ended another vehicle, triggering a chase that ended in an intersection in Bandar Baru, Bangi. A technological system to detect disasters and provide early warnings to the people should be implemented and utilized in the country to alert Malaysians in order to prepare them to face any impending natural threat. Now, Rural Development Minister Dato' Sri Rina Harun said this is also aimed at reducing the number of fatalities and damages to property, especially those in rural areas. Speaking further, the minister said that last Friday's severe storm and high winds in northern Peninsula Malaysia was only detected after it struck Pulau Langkawi.
Amaran diberikan selepas kejadian berlaku di Langkawi. Jadi kita harap supaya kita dah ada sistem yang lebih pantas dan cepat. Maknanya kita boleh detect lebih awal sebelum any bencana ataupun ribut peti itu berlaku. Saya dimaklumkan begitu dalam taklimat tadi, cuma dimaklumkan selepas pukul 8 malam. Jadi kalau boleh kita ada sistem yang lebih awal lagi.
Dato' Sri Rina said this after visiting several victims of the disaster around Kangar Perlis. Earlier, the minister distributed aid to storm victims at Kampung Semparing in Santan. The Works Ministry will carry out repair works, especially on schools and institutes of higher learning, following the storm, which hit the northeastern states on Friday. Its Deputy Minister, Muhammad Anwar Muhammad Tahir, said the ministry is currently waiting for the report from the Education Ministry on the level of damages caused by the storm.
Kita menunggu laporan sepenuhnya dan pihak sekolah masih segera memberi laporan kepada pihak PPD. Pihak PPD pula dengan segera melaporkan kepada Kementerian Pendidikan, Kementerian Pelajaran dan Kementerian Kerja Raya akan bersedia saja melaksanakan kerja-kerja pembaik pulih itu.
It was reported on Saturday that the Education Ministry have identified about 329 schools and educational institutions which were affected by the storm. He was met at a get-together event organized by Aneh Berhad Company and the Timalo Member of Parliament. Well, victims of the recent storm, which hit several states in the country, are called to appreciate the aid and assistance provided by the government. Now, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said although the aid was not much, but it is aimed at reducing the burden carried by these victims. And speaking further, the Premier said Malaysians were fortunate as compared to some other countries where their people are not provided with any assistance should disasters strike. And he said this at a gathering together with the residents of Padang Matsirat in conjunction with the Idul Adha celebration in Kedawang, Langkawi today. Now, Tun Dr. Mahathir said in Malaysia, the people always received relief whenever a disaster struck, no matter how big or small it was. Now, the tail end of Typhoon Lekima, which ripped through the northern states of Peninsular Malaysia on Friday, claimed one life, damaged thousands of homes and uprooted hundreds of trees. Well, coming up, ECRL poised to close economic gap among people. Well, the East Coast Rail Link, ECRL, is seen as being capable of lifting the economy of residents in the states involved, including Kelantan. And Deputy Home Minister, Senator Dr. Muhammad Razzi Majidin said the project was in line with the ambition of Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad to link up infrastructure as a catalyst for the future economy under the shared prosperity concept. He said prosperity is not only to close the gap of economy between the people and regions, as development efforts are also to close the gap between the economy of towns in Kelantan with other more developed states to ensure greater equality. He added the emphasis given on Kelantan can be seen when the Prime Minister tabled the 11th Malaysia Plan midterm review in October last year, when Kelantan was among the 6 states to be given development allocation.
Kita amat berharap gabungan infrastruktur ini termasuklah ECRL sekali akan menjadi satu pemangkin untuk ekonomi masa depan. Dan seperti mana yang ditekankan oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri, apabila kita bercakap tentang kemakmuran bersama, wawasan kemakmuran bersama itu atau dasar kemakmuran bersama itu sendiri, antara tumpuan yang diberikan adalah untuk merapatkan jurang ekonomi, jurang ekonomi selain daripada jurang ekonomi antara golongan kaya dan miskin.
He spoke to reporters at a Ketere Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia Bersatu Premier Sacrifice ritual at Sungai Ketere Farmers Association in Kelantan today. 11 cows were sacrificed at the ceremony and distributed to 100 surrounding residents. National Road Safety Council member Tan Sri Lee Lam Thai said the proposed ban on heavy vehicles from using the highways during Hari Raya Aidilfitr and Chinese New Year celebration should also be enforced during other festivals as well. Well, he added that apart from reducing traffic congestion, the move will also help reduce high-impact accidents from happening. Based on statistics by the Road Transport Department, JPJ, 17,152 objects were collected on highways, especially on plus highways last year. Of the total, 48% were tyre fragments. Speaking further, Tan Sri Lee said in order to overcome the issue, JPJ should increase its monitoring operations and impose more stringent actions on drivers.
Misalnya kalau ialah itu kenderaan berat yang membawa itu misalnya gas ataupun itu kimia dan itu sebagainya, ia memerlukan itu masa lah ini untuk membersihkan itu kawasan dan ia akan menjadikan ini traffic jam ini kesesakan perpanjangan dan itu sebagainya.
Tan Sri Lee said a detailed discussion should be conducted before the ban is enforced. Deputy Works Minister Dato' Kamaruddin Jaafar yesterday said that a proposal will be made to ban all heavy vehicles from using the highways during festive season, which falls together with school holidays. He said this is aimed at easing traffic congestion which often occurs. Kicking off sports with badminton, our national mixed doubles pair Hu Pang-ron and Chia Yi-si yesterday bagged their maiden international title at the Hyderabad Open in India. Now, the world number 57 pair defeated Adnan Maulana and Michelle Christine Bandaso of Indonesia 16-21, 21-16, 21-11 in the final at the Gauchibowli Indoor Stadium. It was a sweet taste of victory for Pang-ron and Yi-si as they previously came close by reaching the semi-finals of the Macau Open and the final of the Bangladesh International last year. The pair are expected to break into the top 45 in the world rankings, a testament to Malaysia's strength in the department. Pang-ron was delighted to have beaten the in-form Adnan and Michelle, who won the Russian Open 2 weeks ago and avenged their defeat to the same opponents in April. Well, Malaysia beat Cambodia 3-0 yesterday for their second straight win in Group B of the 2019 ASEAN Football Federation, or AFF, Under-18 Championship in Vietnam. Now, Brad Maloney's boys had defeated Singapore 3-1 last Friday for their first group win after they had gone down to host Vietnam 0-1 in their opening match 2 days earlier. In the match at Stadium Tan Long, Maloney's decision to make drastic changes to the starting 11 of the defending champions paid off handsomely as they scored all 3 goals in the first half. Skipper Muhammad Mukhairi Ajmal put them into the lead in the 18th minute with a stunning goal from outside the penalty box before striker Muhammad Muslihuddin Atik added another by tricking Cambodian goalkeeper Veriak Dara to easily slot the ball home in the 38th minute. Defender Muhammad Firdaus Ramli gave Malaysia a comfortable lead in injury time for the first half when his free kick from the left side of the opponent's goal mouth failed to be punched clear by Dara. Malaysia had their chances to score in the second half but were thwarted by Cambodia's defenders and Dara. The win over Cambodia is a tonic for Malaysia, who have 2 matches left, especially the one on Thursday against Thailand, who had lost 3-4 to Cambodia. Malaysia's next match is on Tuesday against 4-time champions Australia, who have collected the maximum 9 points in 3 matches. Australia beat Thailand 3-1 yesterday. And that concludes this evening's News on 2. Now, top story, severe haze envelops Kuala Baram. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Naman Carlos, and from all of us here, thanks for watching.